I guess we don't entirely have an appreciation for how many people paint their nails at home versus how many people go to salons.
Or do we?
So we have some idea based off those industry figures, but you also polled your audience on the SimplyPodLogical YouTube community channel, and you also did the same thing on your Twitter. Just obviously, this is a bias sample. We're talking about people who have chosen to follow you,
Yes,
right?
we must disclose the bias and the methodology.
We're not saying this is a representative
course.
sample of just the general population. But when we looked at this, we asked people like whether before COVID, did they paint their nails, get their nails painted at a salon, or did they do neither? Like they don't wear nail polish in either case. So pre-pandemic, 56% of people say they painted their own nails. 9% of people say they painted at a salon. And 35% of people said that neither applies to them.
So here we see that at least my SimplyPodLogical YouTube audience, over half does paint their own nails. Whereas I think if the New York Times article were to poll their circle of people, it would be like none.
Or it would be less, certainly.
Yeah.
But clearly you have an audience that's more. But I think what's more interesting is when we ask people before and after how it changed, right? So if we look after, 58% people say they paint their own nails.
So up 2%
Yeah, so there's a 2% increase in people saying they paint their own nails.
after COVID.
The people who say they get their nails painted in a salon drops down to 4%, whereas it was at 9% before. And people who say they don't wear nail polish at all now is up 3%, from 35% to 38%. So these do seem like small numbers, but when you think of the salon is more, it drops in half, right, from 9% to 4%. So that's a pretty significant shift. And you see maybe a few of those people might now jump to the category of painting their nails at home.
But then,
But I think for the most part, I mean, this is an assumption or an inference and kind of an educated guess, but I think it's more likely to think those people are now falling into the neither category than the painting their nails at home category.
Yeah, exactly what the article was suggesting.
Yeah.
That you used to get them done at the salon and now you're liberated. You don't have to do that anymore. You can go free. You can run naked.
But if you're someone who painted your nails at home for yourself before, that hasn't changed in quarantine. That number hasn't gone down. If anything, it's gone a little bit up.
Maybe you're painting your nails more if you're someone who paints your nails, but just because you're home more and you have more time.
Maybe.
For
And
most people.
I think that's a good indication that even if you're home alone and not interacting with other people, it's pretty clear then you're not doing that to impress other people so much, right? It's a more of a self-interest sort of passion or hobby or artistic outlet.
I wonder if the New York Times repeated this exact poll, which they should have done something because they're making this entire argument on no data at all. Like they're just assuming that what they say is, is how the
I
chips
want to give
fell.
the person who wrote the article some credit. They interviewed a bunch of different owners of nail polish companies who have done market research into there's a shift in the nail polish industry towards just like taking care of your nails and natural nail type products,
But
right?
that's qualitative. I would have appreciated some quantitative to go along with that, at least some mixed methods. But
There has been an increase in revenues related to nail care items more than nail polish. There's your quantitative stat.
yeah, okay. But that doesn't mean that people aren't painting their own nails. They could be painting their own nails and caring for them, which you should do both.
Yeah.
Right? So that doesn't really explain that.